I was helping clean out the house of someone deceased and came across this piece. The little cup at the top swings back and forth, and it says it's from Japan. None of us can figure out what it is. I tried googling and image searching, but nothing is coming up even remotely close. It could look like it's at least silver plated, and maybe stainless steel underneath. What is this thing? It's a bridal cup? They are a Nuremberg, Germany tradition that dates back to the 1400s. It represents the start of a lifelong union between man and woman and is a symbol of faithfulness and good luck. The small swiveling cup and inverted hollow dress were designed to allow both bride and groom to drink simultaneously to toast their wedding. The groom would drink from the larger cup, which is the inverted skirt, and the bride would drink from the small swivel cup. What is this wooden flap thing on the side of a Swedish boat? It is a wooden paddle-like thing that seems to rotate. There's one on each side, and I also see them on smaller boats. Any ideas? It's called a leeboard. It keeps the boat from moving away from the wind that's blowing over its side that the sailors swing down into the water. There's one on each side of the boat, and only one is used at a time. The one that is away from the wind. Kills do the same thing, but are heavy to also act as a counterweight. They extend under the boat. Because the leeboard doesn't do this, they can more easily sail or operate in shallower water. What are these metal rails on a shoe rack found in a hotel room in Greece? Approximately 35 centimeters or 14 inches long. Any ideas? It's a luggage rack. You put your suitcase there, and the rails are to prevent it from scratching up the furniture and make it easier to slide on and off. What are these knee-high slanted wooden racks in front of each Wagner troop tent in media photos? They're approximately a meter wide and half a meter deep, making it slanted so it appears like a display case. There are 4 beams of wood separating the top of the rack into 3 slots. What is it for? It's for cleaning their boots. You put your foot on it and then brush off the dirt before entering the tent. A similar thing is placed in front of every barrack in the Russian army. What is this wood-handled tool suspended on an iron hanger with illegible maker's marks, currently holding a possibly unrelated and quite weak magnet? The wear where they join appears so minimal that they don't look like they were together in their working life. What is it? It's a sling caster for jewelry or dental work. It is used to hold the plaster mold. You pour the hot metal into the top of the mold and quickly spin it. The metal is forced into the mold before it could cool down. What is this orange thing with cameras on the side of I-26 south of Asheville, North Carolina, in a construction area, maybe 20 feet tall? It appears to be some sort of portable traffic monitoring system with black rectangular boxes on it. Any ideas? It's to catch truck drivers without seat belts or using their cell phones while driving. That's why the cameras are so high. It's to allow them to look down into the cab to see if the trucker has a phone in their hand. I just saw a news story on these today. What is this round thing at a cement manufacturer? I was driving down Highway 84 eastbound, and this facility is located on the southern side at the foot of a narrow valley. This is obviously a manufacturing type facility. I'm very curious about what the spherical cement-looking building is and what it's for. I worked at a cement plant, and the dome is where they stored the crushed rock from the quarry. There is a hole in the center that drops onto a conveyor and feeds into the rest of the process. Don't know if this particular cement plant does it the same way, but it looks similar. And spheres are the most efficient in terms of volume for materials and volume for surface area. And there's less complexity, no 90 degrees, no horizontal beam to firmly connect in loading issues, etc. What is this antique cast iron self-closing hook? Google Lens finds only things identified as hay grapples, but that's self-evidently not what it is. The jaws are far too small and far too strong for grabbing hay, and real hay grapples look completely different. Same for ice hooks, they don't need to be this strong. I think it's a pallet puller, but I can't find anything identified as a pallet puller that uses this closing mechanism or appears to be this old. What really is this thing? It's a grapple, patented March 1, 1870. And I read the patent more carefully. What people normally call a hay grapple is a thing that bites into a bale of hay, which this obviously is not. Instead, it is meant to face the other direction, upwards, and grab onto a rafter or overhead beam of some sort. From there you could hang a hay grapple, or anything else for that matter. So it's the top end of a hanging system, not the bottom end, and the advantage is that it allows you to rapidly move the point of support to different areas within the building. What is this antique scoreboard or tracker thing? It is approximately 41 inches wide and 25 inches tall. Multiple sliding doors on each side open onto 3 pearl dots and removable star tiles. The doors are labeled with color names, and there are instances of repetition on the left and right. Below are 2 rollers with numbers both marked 1 to 100. The center white panel is not illuminated, but there are old markings from grease pencil or similar. The reverse side is only marked with a chalk scrawl saying Dover Street. Likely a delivery address. What is this thing for? It's a Victorian scoreboard for snooker and billiards by George Wright of London, made circa 1895. George Wright founded his billiard table business in 1868, and records indicate the company was operating from 162 to 164 Westminster Bridge Road, London. He achieved much success and won gold medals at exhibitions in Australia and New Zealand in the early 1880s. What is this carved staff-like item? Found in an antique shop in a small town north of Hilo, Hawaii. The owner states that it does not readily come apart. The length of this item is roughly 32 inches if the separated piece is reinstalled. The material used may be bone. The shop owner does not know what it is. He thinks there is a piece missing, but I failed to ask for detail on that. What is this thing? It is an Indonesian carved bone blowgun, vintage from the 1900s, possibly made by Aboriginal native people of Borneo Island. It can be disassembled into 3 pieces. It has been made to look like a long dragon with a head and a tail. What is this antique china serving dish? Around 3 inches tall, off-white, and with a removable lid. There's a handle on the back and a pour spout that appears to feed 2 basins. I don't see any writing on it. It was found in a box of antiques my family has in the basement. Pouring liquid out of the notch just sort of splashes it into the basins below, but those spill out completely when tipped this way. Likely from the early 20th century. What is this thing? Please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.